Hello all and welcome to Music Minute, the hot theory guide to learn those extra concepts the right way, brought to you by StephenJax.com. My name is Steve, and today we'll be talking about something very basic yet often dreaded in those theory classes: first series counterpoint. Now the reason I say this is easy is because the rules are pretty straightforward, but it's often dreaded because students usually shy away from generating their own music. But this tool is quite essential for writing compelling musical lines that work together harmoniously. The general idea is to write one note against another note, but there are things you just can't do. They're illegal. You might get arrested, but probably not. So first up, we need to talk about the natural intervals based on the number of half steps between the bottom note and the top note. More than an octave is reduced to a smaller interval, like a major tenth is the same thing as a major third. Here are all of them. I know we're missing things like diminished thirds, but it's really just audibly the same thing as a major second, right? These are based on the distance of half steps. Now let's go back to the legalities. The illegal intervals are the minor second and the major second, the perfect fourth, the minor seventh, and the major seventh. This leaves the unison, the fifth, the octave, the minor and major thirds, and the minor and major sixths. But really, since minor and major thirds are equal to one another, and the major and minor sixths are equal as well, we can reduce these down to the concepts of just 1, 3, 5, 6, and 8. By definition, 1, 5, and 8 are all called consonants, and the 3s and the 6s are called dissonances. So we usually start writing counterpoint with a melody in the bass and write a melody above it. Making just a single melody isn't too difficult. This is the first way many of us learn to write this stuff, but you could always write a melody below instead. So we'll start writing an example. We'll use the key of C major. Everyone likes C. Here's a basic bass melody called a cantus firmus. We'll write above it. Time for rule number 1. The lowest melody always starts and ends on the tonic. See how it starts on C? Rule number 2. The higher melody starts on the tonic or the dominant, giving us either a unison, an octave, or a fifth to start. At this point, it's up to us to pick which of the 3 to start on, but when I say us, I really mean me, because you're watching this after I've made it. So I'll start with the octave, thus C. Now we have to move to the next one. You guessed it, time for rule number 3. Don't move any more than a third away from your previous note if you can help it. This gives us the options of going down to A or B, staying on C, or going up to D or E. Let's check each one. Going down is not a good option because of rule number 4. Don't move away from a consonant interval by similar motion. The octave here is a consonant interval, and the bass is going downward, so we'll be needing to do anything but go down. If we stay on C, we get an interval of a second between the two lines. That's not good, since seconds are illegal intervals and we don't want to get in trouble. So let's try going up. D is cool since we'll then have a third between the voices. E is not so cool because it generates a fourth. So let's go with D. Next up, we have to find a note to go with the bass G. From our previous note, we have the options B, C, D, E, and F. Let's look at each. B is good because it'll make a third again. C will make a fourth happen, so that's out. D will make a fifth, so that's fine, but the unchanging note here is kind of boring. E will make a sixth, and that's okay too. F is not going to work because it would make a seventh. So our legal options are B, D, and E. I kind of like B, so let's do that. Now for something to go with the D. Here are the options. Here are the legal ones, and here's my choice. I'll complete the example this way. While you're watching this, I'm going to go make a sandwich. With this example done, here's the final product. Here's a recap of the rules. Other rules are no parallel octaves, fifths, or unisons allowed. Parallel thirds and sixths are cool, but do not use more than 3 of each kind in a row at a time. Always end both melodies on the tonic. Following this process, you can produce music easily and then build chords and interesting passages off of them. Here are some examples that use what we've made today as the basis, which will be outlined for you. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Music Minute. If you have any comments or questions, or if you have an idea for a future episode, or if you have a Cantus Firmus line that is in dire need of a melody, you can let me know on Facebook, the comments below, or directly email me at my website, stephenjax.com. And don't forget to subscribe for more Music Minutes. And for legal practices, we always have to end on the